Good morning. Brandon Kirshner grew up in Goose Creek, South Carolina. As a young boy growing up, his favorite TV show? The Boston Pops. Kind of unusual for a kid growing up. The thing he wanted to do the most was be able to watch Boston Pops and Keith Lockhart directing this incredible orchestra. He tried to catch it whenever he could. He always dreamed that he would one day be a conductor. He made it his lifelong goal to think, I'm going to grow up, go to college, and I'm going to become a conductor of a great orchestra. Well, when he was 16 years old, and this was about 20 years ago, when he was 16 years old, he read a news magazine article that the Boston Pops was trying to raise money by doing something very creative. They were offering celebrities $10,000 to pay $10,000 to be able to conduct the Boston Pops. And they thought this way they could have celebrities who were conducting, and that would attract attention, and it would be raising money. And sure enough, they got a lot of people to do it. People like Julia Childs, Walter Cronkite, all kinds of people stepped up and said, we'll give you the $10,000 as a gift, and they'll then get to lead the Boston Pops. Well, when Brandon read this, he decided he was going to raise the $10,000. And so he started getting all kinds of odd jobs. I mean, he would do everything from deliver pizzas, bus tables, wash cars. In the end, he had 11 different jobs, and he'd start making money. First, it was 235, and then 463, 721. He would raise this money, and then he would keep letting them know, I'm raising the money. I've got this much now. I've got this much now. Well, they never dreamed he would continue. 2 years later, at 18 years old, he had raised over $5,000. He kept them informed, saying, I'm raising that $10,000. And now the Boston Pops realized they had a problem. This kid was going to do it. He would stick with it. He was going to raise the $10,000. And how would it look for the Boston Pops to be taking $10,000 from this young person so that they can conduct the Boston Pops? And so they came up with an idea. They went to Brandon and said, all right, how about we make a deal? For $5,000, we'll let you lead the Boston Pops through its signature song, Stars and Stripes Forever. Secondly, we have found a bank to sponsor you, and they'll put up the $5,000. Third, you can keep the $5,000, and we'll help you get into a prestigious music school there in Chicago. And so they did. And so Brandon Kirshner, at 18 years old, had become the youngest person ever to wind up conducting the Boston Pops. And when it got near, people were coming to him and they were asking, I loved the interview. They said, are you afraid? Are you frightened by the opportunity? He said, not in the least. I've conducted this song 1,000 times before, right along with Keith Lockhart. I'm ready for this moment. I've dreamed about it all my life. Are you afraid? Not in the least. I'm ready for the moment. You know, when the angel came to Mary and said, you're going to have a baby, the first thing the angel said was, don't be afraid. And when the shepherds were out in the fields watching over the flocks, and they were going to receive the news a baby had been born in Bethlehem, the first thing the angel said was, don't be afraid. If you listen to the ministry of Jesus from his birth all the way to the time of the resurrection, the message is the same over and again. Don't be afraid. You and I don't have to be afraid to pursue our dreams and to go out and take a chance and to risk and to live in the most full and exciting way. You and I don't have to be afraid because a baby is born in Bethlehem whose name is Emmanuel, God with us. Go out and have a great weekend and dream your dreams.